Okay. All right. Has anybody else from the group read the seven realities?
I haven't read them, but I've sparsely heard about them, in various
Okay.
conversations and talks.
Okay. All right. Great. So lovely. It will be new learning for all of us. And every time that I read it as well, there is always something new that, that happens with Baba's words all the time. The more and more that we read them, the more and more that we, kind of soak them in, the more and more they will grow on you. And one important thing, as Baba says, do not try to understand me, just love me. I feel is very important with his words as well. Often we get caught in this whole, game of intellect, trying to break our heads with understanding Baba's words. And or some people also tell me how they get frustrated or irritated when they can't understand, say, while reading God Speaks or anything. I myself have not read the whole God Speaks or anything of that sort. But with Baba's words, yes, they are, they are full of atomic power, as Baba has once said. And it is important that we know that just reading Baba's words and just listening to Baba's words itself has its own meaning and own power for each individual as such. So there is absolutely nothing to feel bad, wrong, if we cannot understand something. And also, when we do understand something, it will always be as per our limited understanding of that thing. So it may never really mean exactly what Baba meant to say, because that is him, he is God. And it would never be so that we can understand and fathom everything that God said, but it can kind of correlate to our lives. So many of the quotes or many of things that I read about Baba, I see how it implies in my life. I see how this is applicable to my situations, and I try to kind of work around them to see how I can bring them into action. So that little endeavor with his love and grace keeps as an ongoing process, and I feel that's worked best for me. So I stay away from any kind of intellectual fighting or conflict in my mind about not understanding Baba's words. And anything that I don't understand, I just pass it. I read through, I take the words in, and I move ahead. And I just know that if and when that understanding has to come, Baba will give it. If not, then it's not required, and you move ahead to the next thing. So, seven realities are one of those important, texts of Baba, along with My Wish, if you would have heard as well. There are six wishes which Baba has stated, and the universal message, the highest of the high message, which he gave in Dehradun, to various such, kind of sections of messages and discourses that have vital importance from Baba's entire work. So, this session is about the seven realities. And the seven realities, almost like yesterday, I was chatting up with, someone, and how beautifully she mentioned that she and her husband feel that just living by these seven realities is almost living, entering into a phase of new humanity, in the way that, being or living the way that would please Baba, so to say. So when you will listen to these words, the effort for this meditation is that we listen to these words and allow these words to soak more and more into our inner system. The words will be repeated, more than once, so that if you see and read discourses, if you read God Speaks as well, there is a lot of repetition that you will come across, and that repetition is the emphasis that I at least felt in my little understanding that Baba wants to give on certain matters. And it will revisit itself again and again throughout the entire book at some, vital points. So the seven realities meditation was gifted with Baba's love in 2013. Then in 2017 is when I kind of, recorded the meditation and put it out on YouTube. At that time, it just came about at 3 a.m. in the morning. And whatever one or two photographs I had at that time on my system, because it was just after the end of a day. I'd finished prayers and everything, and I just recorded it and put it up. So about a few weeks back, this came by to revisit it with a little 2.0, redoing the recording in a much fresher way, in a much better way that I could possibly, put my efforts in. And we begin this little journey with Baba lovers through our circle of friends. So thanks to Angela, who loved the idea and said, yes, it's great, and let's do it. And we thought that let's begin this journey. So we are a small, intimate group, and we will be continuing for 7 Sundays, whereby after the 40-minute meditation, we will be deliberating and discussing on that one particular reality every Sunday, taking in discussions and insights from all of you of what that reality means to you. What do you think you can do with that reality? How do you think you can put it into your life, or so on, so that we can kind of enrich ourselves with a give and take of beautiful babaful learning through the session. So I will be locking the room after initial discussion of these kind of for 15 minutes or so that we don't have disturbance of people coming in between to do the meditation. And then after the meditation, I will open up the room again, and we can have others who would like to sorry, join in the discussion if at all. So is everybody ready and excited?
Yes.
Great. So kindly, I will mute everyone right now so that we don't have sounds coming in. And also please sit in a comfortable position so that you don't move. Try to be undisturbed so that, phones don't ring. Put your phones on silent so that we give this entire time to Baba and his words to just percolate and go within us completely. And this would be our little, effort towards the whole process. I will be sharing the video. Please avoid trying to write now. We'll be having this on YouTube later, so you can see the video if you want. Avoid right now to open your eyes and peek into the video. And even if you do, then just stay with the gaze onto our beloved Baba's photographs that are there in the video, and try to keep your link to the meditation undisturbed. I shall request dear brother MeherBheem to share the video now. MeherBheem, please do it on full screen, dear. Keep your eyes closed, everyone.
Namaste everyone. This is Roshani Shenazz. Welcome to Awaken Your Inner Light meditation based on the 7 realities given by beloved Avatar Meher Baba. Meher Baba gives no importance to creed, dogma, caste systems, and the performance of religious ceremonies and rites, but to the understanding of the following 7 realities: real existence, real love, real sacrifice, real renunciation, real knowledge, real control, real surrender. This meditation is gifted through the love of beloved Baba and is endeavored to help us in our spiritual growth by contemplating and meditating on each of the 7 realities, their corresponding connection to the 7 energy centers within us, surfaced when this meditation was gifted to me. Now, we shall get ready to begin this journey to ingrain the 7 realities into our mind, body, and spirit, and be able to live them in our lives through our intentions, thoughts, words, and actions.
MeherBheem, please replay the part. It is gone. The sound has gone from your computer.
Every other part, muscle, and cell of your mind, body, and spirit. Allow it to be completely relaxed and feel comforted in the love of God. As you get relaxed, take a few deep, long breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in and out deeply, you shall further relax into the place where you are seated. the calmness in your breath and through your body. Through the meditation, we shall move from one reality to the other, while I leave you in your inner silence to contemplate upon each of them until we move to the next one. Feel the words as we go by, allowing their energy to spread in your entire being. The first reality. The only real existence is that of the one and only God, who is the self in every finite self. Now contemplate on this reality in your inner silence. Take a deep breath and repeat the first reality in your mind after me. The only real existence is that of the one and only God, who is the self in every finite self. Feel the words permeating your entire consciousness. We now move to the second reality. The only real love is the love for this infinity, God, which arouses an intense longing to see, know, and become one with its truth, God. Feel the words as you contemplate upon this second reality in your inner silence. Take a deep breath and repeat the second reality in your mind after me. The only real love is the love for this infinity, God, which arouses an intense longing to see, know, and become one with its truth, God. Feel these words permeating your entire being as we move to the third reality. The third reality. The only real sacrifice is that in which, in pursuance of this love, all things, body, mind, position, welfare, and even life itself are sacrificed. Contemplate on these words in your inner silence. Take a deep breath and repeat the third reality in your mind after me. The only real sacrifice is that in which, in pursuance of this love, all things, body, mind, position, welfare, and even life itself are sacrificed. Feel these words, its entire energy spreading into your inner world. Now move to the fourth reality. The only real renunciation is that which abandons, even in the midst of worldly duties, all selfish thoughts and desires. I leave you in your inner silence, allowing these words to soak deeper within you. Take another deep breath and repeat the fourth reality in your mind after me. The only real renunciation is that which abandons, even in the midst of worldly duties, all selfish thoughts and desires. Feel these words permeate and gaining deeper strength in your inner world. we move to the fifth reality. The only real knowledge is the knowledge that God is the inner dweller in good people and so-called bad, in saint and so-called sinner. This knowledge requires you to help all equally as circumstances demand, without expectation of reward, and when compelled to take part in a dispute, to act without the slightest trace of enmity or hatred, to try to make others happy with brotherly or sisterly feeling for each one, to harm no one in thought, word, or deed, not even those who harm you. I leave you in your inner silence, allowing these words to gain strength within you. Now take a deep breath and repeat the fifth reality in your mind after me. The only real knowledge is the knowledge that God is the inner dweller in good people and so-called bad, in saint and so-called sinner. This knowledge requires you to help all equally as circumstances demand, without expectation of reward, and when compelled to take part in a dispute, to act without the slightest trace of enmity or hatred, to try to make others happy with brotherly or sisterly feeling for each one, to harm no one in thought, word, or deed, not even those who harm you. Feel these words permeating your entire being, into your innermost realms. We now move to the sixth reality. The only real control is the discipline of the senses, to abstain from indulgence in low desires, which alone ensures absolute purity of character. I leave you in your inner silence to contemplate on these words. Now take a deep breath and repeat the sixth reality in your mind after me. The only real control is the discipline of the senses, to abstain from indulgence in low desires, which alone ensures absolute purity of character. Feel the energy of these words in your entire system as we move to the seventh reality. The only real surrender is that in which the poise is undisturbed by any adverse circumstance, and the individual, amidst every kind of hardship, is resigned with perfect calm to the will of God. Feel these words in your innermost core as I leave you in your silence. And now take a deep breath and repeat the seventh reality in your mind after me. The only real surrender is that in which the poise is undisturbed by any adverse circumstance, and the individual, amidst every kind of hardship, is resigned with perfect calm to the will of God. Feel these words permeating in every cell, every DNA, every drop of blood, as its energy flows through your entire system, reaching every nook and corner of your innermost being. And as you allow the energy of these words to permeate deeper and deeper, we shall imprint them now into our 7 energy centers called the chakras. Take a deep breath and shift your focus and intent to the base of your spinal area, to your root chakra, the energy center of all survival and existence. And as you take your mind's eye to the root chakra, you shall now imprint the first reality, real existence, into this energy center. Imprint real existence into your root chakra. Take a deep breath and slowly shift your focus to 4 fingers below the navel area, to your sacral chakra, the energy center for all issues connected to intimacy, relationships, desires, and fulfillment. Now you shall imprint the second reality, real love, into this energy center. Imprint real love in your sacral chakra. Take a deep breath and now shift your focus to the point just below your rib cage, in the center of your upper abdominal area, and intend the solar plexus chakra, the energy center of all inner power, inner strength, ego, and determination. And now you shall imprint the third reality, real sacrifice, into this energy center. Imprint real sacrifice into your solar plexus chakra. With another deep breath, take your mind's eye or focus to the central point of your chest area, to your heart chakra, the energy center of love, human desires, emotions, and feelings. Now here, you shall imprint the fourth reality, real renunciation. Imprint real renunciation into your heart chakra. Take another deep breath and move your focus to the center of your lower throat area, to the throat chakra, the energy center of your creative expression, of what you project and speak out into the world, the center of expressing your true self and speaking your inner truth from the divine knowledge of your inner being. You shall now imprint the fifth reality, real knowledge, into this energy center. Imprint the reality, real knowledge, into your throat chakra. Relax and take another deep breath. Shifting your focus now to the central point of your forehead area, just above the eyebrows, to your third eye chakra, the energy center of willpower, control, discipline of all senses, focus, clarity, and illumination on the path ahead. You shall now imprint the sixth reality, real control, into this center. Imprint real control into your third eye chakra. By now you shall be feeling the power of all these words taking a stronger hold within you. As you take another deep breath and shift your mind's eye and focus to the central point on the top of your head area, to the crown chakra, the energy center of your connection to the universe, to the cosmos, and to that one supreme power, God. You shall now imprint the seventh reality, real surrender, into this energy center. Imprint real surrender into your crown chakra. Beautiful. And as you feel the power of these words, you shall now take 3 deep cleansing breaths to seal these 7 realities into your entire energy system. We shall breathe in and breathe out with the word Baba, as given by Avatar Meher Baba himself. When you breathe in, say Ba in your mind. When you breathe out, say Ba again in your mind. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you allow all the 7 realities to be sealed in your energy system. Real existence, real love, real sacrifice, real renunciation, real knowledge, real control, real surrender. All these realities are now being permanently ingrained within you with Baba's love. You shall now remain in a few more moments of silence as you allow this energetic sealing to take place, while you connect to that God within you. Beautiful. As we close this divine meditation, We thank beloved Baba for his presence and seek his help for us to live these 7 realities in our daily lives. We thank the love of beloved God for facilitating this entire process. May his love, mercy, and compassion be unto all of us. Feel the gratitude in your heart center while you thank and bless the entire universe and everyone and everything in your life. Thank you, Baba, for everything. And now, at the count of 10, you shall slowly come back to the space where you are seated. Follow the instructions. Do not open your eyes. 10, 9, 8. Wriggle your toes a little bit. Move your feet and ankle. Stretch your leg if you want. 7, 6, 5. Move your torso. Move your arms, your wrists, your fingers. 4, 3, 2. Circle your neck. And 1. Slowly rub your palms and place them onto your eyes. Rub them well and place them onto your eyes. Feel the love and warmth moving from your palms into your eyes, into your entire body, mind, and spirit. Slowly, gently, without jerking, open your eyes. Welcome back. In his love always, this is Roshani Shenazz, and I thank you for participating in this meditation. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai.
Meher, you can stop the share. Thank you. Thank you so much, MeherBheem. Thank you, brother, for all your help. Oh. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, you can take a few moments to just get back to yourself. Would anyone like to share anything before we begin our discussion? Please unmute yourself and you could speak.
Experiencing this very, very deep calmness and stillness and quiet. It's like the meditation really just drowned every conversation and noise that was there. It was an incredible experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priya. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Anybody would like to share anything before we move to the first reality, which is our point of discussion today? For the next few moments, for some minutes, around 15, 18 minutes, we shall discuss, and then we'll close with Baba's prayer. Elizabeth?
Yes. Oh, Roshani. Oh, it was beautiful. And I'm not a meditator, but I love the 7 realities. So I'm supposed to be grocery shopping. I couldn't go. I couldn't leave. Really beautiful. And, I lost the internet. So I had to come and go a couple of times. But I will continue to do this. I mean, it is so lovely. The music, the pictures, and just I actually did my own little thing. I used to do a lot of dance, a whole lot of dance. So when you got up toward the when I was able to come back in, which was kind of towards the end, but when you got to the 6th and 7th chakra, I started putting my hands there. And when we finally got, and it was very good for me, not everybody needs to do these things, but it helps me. And when I got to the 7th, and when you talked about breathing Baba's name in and out, that was the meditation I did when I had to do a CT scan, and I'm absolutely very claustrophobic and petrified, and Baba got me through it. I thought about the samadhi and said, but I didn't know what I was doing, but I was doing exactly what you said, breathing in and out Baba's name. And so in your meditation, I put my hands on the top of the head when you said, breathe in, and I took them off when you said breathe out. So I had the motion going of it coming in and it going out. I don't know. I'm a strange meditator. What can I say?
That was lovely. Yeah, each one, there's the beautiful part of, I think, all work with Baba and otherwise our work on our inner self that we do with Baba is that there is no right and wrong. There is only different. And that's the uniqueness each one of us has. And I think we need to just embrace that uniqueness and just see how I fit in with all of that. As Baba has always said, that he deals with each one of us as per our own individual melody. So the same way, I always feel that Baba has his own different ways with us. And each one of us gets through with that as and how. So that was a beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing, Elizabeth. It was really sweet. And yes. We have,
Roshani.
yes. Hi, Farishta.
Hi, honey. It was a real sweet meditation, and I was totally fascinated, having come from meditation background, by your relating Baba's 7 realities with the chakras. I thought that was very ingenious, and I'm curious what made you have that insight?
So it was during this time, it was late night, and I had just finished one of our workshops and things, and I was just praying. So certain things I just, kind of when I feel from within to read something, I just open up and read it. So I've not read any Baba's book chronologically from cover to cover yet, ever. And so I, I, the, I just got this seven realities, just playing in my head. And so I kind of opened up to read that. And while I was reading that, I just got this that it is becoming a meditation. So, like, as if I'm hearing the meditation myself. And then I just kind of got onto my voice recorder on my phone. And as I also had checked after doing it with Cyrus, I remember after about a week's time, because of this correlation, as technically there is no correlation, Baba has ever stated. So that is distinctly in the first part of the meditation. I've said it as well, that this is completely what was gifted while I was creating the meditation and has got nothing to do with something that Baba actually gave. So that clarification I'm again putting in over here. So while that was happening, I just felt a certain, energetic movement in each of the chakras while I was, going through with the whole thing. Whatever was coming, I was just recording it. And then at this point, when it came that real existence is for the root chakra, I questioned within myself, why should real existence? Usually, for example, the heart chakra is for love, for example, and we denote it with the heart center and stuff like that. So when it came real existence, then real love is for sacral. So I kind of mentally I'm asking why is this so? And this beautiful explanation with each of the attributes of the chakras just came about while sitting quiet and trying to mull over it, that real existence is for the root chakra, because the root chakra is connected to the energy force of the root survival of life, of the gross body, of connection to Mother Earth and our entire existence. Then the sacral chakra is connected to our fulfillment, our desires, our issues of intimacy and relationships. And therefore, real love is connected to the sacral chakra, and so on. And when I reach about the heart center, when it came about real renunciation, I realized how beautiful the connect. Because when we say, oh, this is my heart's desire, oh, I want this, all the possible wants of our life are in the heart. So the real renunciation, where Baba says you have to renounce your old self or your lower desires, was suddenly completely in sync with the heart chakra, who has all sometimes the wrong desires also, kind of a thing. And that's how each one just, got revealed while I sat in silence, trying to see what is the connection that is coming up. And then whatever connection did come up is what I recorded there and there in my phone. And then obviously I fine-tuned, and rewrote the script after listening to whatever that I had recorded myself.
Wow, that's awesome. that
It's all
is really
Baba.
very,
Rosh-
very intuitively based. Beautiful. That's great.
Roshni, something about renunciation and the heart chakra that I just thought of while you were
Sure.
talking
Sure.
is that when you love somebody, you renounce the things that you desire out of your love for that person, and you do something to make that other person happy. So you are renouncing your own self for the love of the other. So it actually makes the true love is the one, they always say, the one that you the one you can let go. I mean, that's the anyway. So it doesn't,
Yes.
it sounds like it doesn't make sense, but it does.
Saying goes like, if you love them, let them go. If they are meant to be yours, they will be back. Something like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, yes. And the beauty is that, Baba's words also have such myriad connections relating to our everyday life. Just as you beautifully perceive this part of renouncing our own self, our own happiness for the happiness of the other that we love. So each thing, as I always believe, may not, be the truth, but it is our individual perception of the truth that we live by in our everyday life, and thereby try to kind of connect the dots and put it into place of how it is applicable to me. And just as, an old saying goes, that one man's food is another man's poison. It may not be the same for everyone, and that's fine. As long as it is true to your heart and you are 100% clear to your inner voice and heart that yes, I've done my best and this is how it is applicable to me for being a better person, better human being, then I think that's what it is meant to do for us, right? So beautiful. Vandana wanted to share something. Vandana, please.
Namaste, Baba. Absolutely wonderful experience, Roshni. But I must admit, I don't meditate, so I really don't know the process, etc. But I was just going with the rhythm of the voice. I was clearly distracted because I had my eyes closed. But whenever you were sharing the
Just unmute yourself, dear. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. But whenever you were sharing Baba's guidances and the chakra connect, I was I was listening to it, as in hearing it and listening it, not hearing. And but in between, I know I was distracted because I heard that. Then I don't even know where I was, and then I came back. But the experience was very, very surreal, very, very surreal. So thank you so much. Thanks a bunch.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Baba. So I'm just putting on screen our first reality today so that we can deliberate and speak more about it. Can everybody see the screen? Yeah. So
Yes, we can.
The only real existence is that of the one and only God, who is the self in every finite self. So this is the first reality, and let's just talk for maybe another 10 minutes about it. Would anybody like to share what this reality means to you?
To me, it's reminiscent of the first words of the Muslim prayer, La ilaha illallah. There is no God but God, or interpreted differently, it says, there's nothing but God. So that's what I feel about it, that there is really nothing but God.
Beautiful. Thank you, Farishta. Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Sure.
Anyone else? Please, everybody else as well, speak up. There is no right and wrong. This is your truth. Whatever it is that you feel about Baba's love through these words, it is true to you. So just share your heart.
So Roshni, yesterday, how do you say the name correctly? Nashirwan.
Sure. Yes.
Had that amazing presentation about the new life. And in it, he actually talked about this, and he said, Baba pointed, he said, I am God. Baba said, I am God. And he said, and then he started pointing at each of the mandali, and you are God, and you are God, and you are God. So the part, and who is the self in every finite self, he made that extremely clear. I mean, I'm not giving it justice, but Nashirwan did. And the best explanation I have ever heard of the new life and of this and Baba's avatarhood in God in human form, and what that really means in terms of who each person is, and there being the drop souls of the great ocean, of love. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, very true to this beautiful connect. In fact, he had told Noshivan also, you are God, but the only difference is that I'm conscious of my divinity, whereas you are
Right.
not conscious of your divinity. So agree to that part. And that is, I think, according to my little understanding as well, what is the second part of this reality? Who is the self in every finite self? Finite means denominational self, jiska aakar hota hai in Hindi. So we have a form, a certain form. So in every finite form, so the only real existence is that of that one and only God, who is the self in every finite self. So it encompasses Baba's words also, which says, I am the everything and the nothing, you know. And
Wow.
anyone else would like to share?
Yeah, I do. The first line in the Riga Veda says, Aham Brahman, I am the universe.
Yes.
And even in Buddhism, there's this only one fundamental truth in Buddhism is that everyone is Buddha, innate and innate, you know. So one can really, and in that itself lies our self-realization. The fact that people who trouble us the most are the ones we need to revere the most, because they are the ones who will bring us closer to God. And during our trouble times, you know, because fundamentally human beings always want to blame others or the situation for what we are in. If we believe in this truth that everyone has God in them, or everyone has Baba, like Baba, even Baba says that, you know, the one who is troubling you the most, imagine I'm doing it, you know, so you'll be able to overlook it. And I think
Exactly.
that's the fundamental, that's the fundamental truth that will help each one of us to realize our higher self. And I'm not saying higher in a you know, superior manner, but the real self, the self that Baba wants us to connect. So for me, that's how this manifests in my life.
True. Beautiful. Beautiful. And yes, very important that Baba has also said that if you love me only in the people who do good to you, doesn't mean it is when you love those whom you cannot love is to love God. So those other, you know, what it is, how to love God, which is also explanatory to this, that yes, if I apply this in my life, that everybody is, you know, Baba, may not be conscious in their actions, words, and thoughts to be Baba, but that if I perceive that Baba is in that finite self, then my reciprocation or reaction to that person would be different than holding the malice. So we may take actions when we deliberate upon later the other reality, that beautifully where it says also that when in a dispute that we have to take part, you do it without any trace of enmity or hatred. And that again is connected, I feel, to the first reality, that if I see Baba in everyone, then I will respond differently rather than retaliating or reacting to someone who may seemingly be doing something that is not making me happy or not making people happy or whatever it could be. So when we see that, I think, yes, our entire perception of that situation. And as also Baba has said in one point, that when you are happy, know that, you know, I'm happy, I'm doing it. When you are suffering, know that I'm suffering. So if these things we bring about in our mind, and actually not just for the solace of the mind, but actually feel that and believe that because it is the words given by God himself, then we will be able to, you know, perceive life differently, operate in a different manner, and, you know, it will help us to lead a more fulfilling life with Baba's love. So, yeah, anybody else?
I just want to say I'm appreciating all your comments, Roshani. They're extremely helpful, and I'm just amazed. So it's just really, I want to say, sending some love and gratitude your way, and anyone who's here today, actually.
Thank you to Baba sincerely for everything, really. And it is his gift that we are able to share today. And the beauty of his love is that the more you give and the more you share, the more billionaire in his love you become. So I think I think it is the self-replenishing funda of life with Baba. So yes, it is
Well,
beautiful.
I am here
Maybe.
because of Day, so I have to thank her too. Khod Hafiz Day.
Oh, well, I don't know how, but I'm glad.
You send me an email. That's how. Technology.
That's sweet. One thing I want to say is it would be lovely if we, as part of this, if we are to meet weekly, to start a journal of how, and I'm sure that's coming, probably part of our homework, but
Yes.
but I'm curious as to how we can practically apply this in our day-to-day life. As we all know, the reactive mind is all ready to unleash and react immediately in response or in feeling or in thought, and to situations that may not be so pleasant. So just some practical tips, like taking a breath before saying something, or whatever, all
Yes.
those little things that we have done and used in our past, successfully or unsuccessfully,
Yes.
to combat this beast of the ego that wants to react instantly.
Very
true.
It takes courage, because I have had to say things to someone I'm not going to say this very well, to express myself in a way that I didn't know how it would be taken or what would be thought, but I had an obligation to express a particular some things in truth, which I did. And it's scary. It's
True.
scary to be brave to say what is the truth as you perceive it. I'm not saying that, my own truth is, it's just a part, but it's still hard to express yourself. And I'm thinking that's a lot in the way of an artist. You have to be bold to come out there and express whatever it is you have inside. And I say that because I've essentially hidden.
To do it in a manner that's not injurious, injure causing.
Exactly.
Okay, so since we are coming to the close of our time, since now Aarti will begin in the next 10 minutes, we will quickly wrap up for today, and we'll deliberate more. So our homework is exactly, so yes, Farishta and Elizabeth, I don't know which one because I can't see the icons. One of you said it. So yes, the homework is that you will take this reality. The realities are available on the net. So if you want, or take a snapshot of this, and this reality, you will try to put it into practice for the entire week. How you do it is your bit. Okay. And you will journal the ingenious ways in which Baba brought up situations where this applies.
Wow.
Okay?
Beautiful.
But we only have to do
discuss.
one.
Only this one. No fast forward on the others. Only one. Only the first reality. And a little practical tip into this, which I started practicing with Baba's love, was what Elizabeth said, that to put this into that every finite self is Baba. I literally keep saying, Baba, for example, when mosquitoes, we are infested almost, and they are suburb side, and especially monsoons and stuff like that. And I would tell, I said, Baba, I do not like your forms in mosquitoes, lizards, and all of these things coming around me.
Oh,
Please
lizards are
keep
cute.
no, anything means, for example, mosquitoes, little things, the ants coming over. Baba, I do not like these elemental forms coming into the house. I appreciate and I will pray that please take your elemental form into the elemental world outside of my house and outside of my surroundings. In human beings, when I have to do that, I say the same thing. Baba, I'm sorry, but the Baba in you I still love, but this person has offended me, and I release that offense, if at all, like, earlier when it was. And then I got into the practice when I have to say these kind of, you know, bold truths or something that is really to be said. I would always, and I still continue saying that, Baba, I'm saying this in your love and light, and may the person receive it in your love and light through and through. So that whatever words come out are with love, are with Baba's, compassion, mercy, and everything. And the person gulps it in also without offense and without rejecting or thinking that it is a criticism, but actually takes in to mull over it that, okay, maybe I need to change this or need to change that. And I just go intuitively, or if I have to say it. If I don't have to say it, then I keep quiet at that time. I do not react, but I ask Baba to give me the strength not to blurt out anything for the sake of it. So yes, praying to Baba, as I was telling Elizabeth itself yesterday, that I give a lot of homework to Baba every day, because this is you, Baba entrusted to you. Baba, it is you who have to do it while doing our human actions. So doing our best and leaving the rest is the best way that I have felt to be with Baba. So with that, I hope everybody does the homework, and we hope that everybody please come by 5:30 inside the room. By 5:45, we will shut the room so that we can, seamlessly, go through the whole meditation without you getting in between the whole thing, and better experience, so to
So,
speak.
so that would be, so it starts at 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. So that
Yes,
would,
yes,
so
8
what
o'clock,
time?
8 a.m.
Yeah. So does that mean you want us in by 7:55? Is that what you mean?
No, between 8 to 8:15 a.m. try to be inside the room, because the first one will warm up and recap. I won't close the room, but when I start the sharing of the meditation is when I will close the room.
Okay. Thank you.
That way. All right. So thank you so much. Hope please start a little 7 realities journal, little book, your diaries, and start a little section in that. And let's hear some lovely ways that Baba presents himself in situations for this week, of how we will put this first reality into action. I will repeat the first reality before a little prayer that we will do to end this session after a few minutes. First reality. The only real existence is that of the one and only God, who is the self in every finite self. Avatar Meher Baba. So with a little prayer that may Baba help us to bring these 7 realities, to help us in our daily life, to put them into action with Baba's love, to think, speak, and do things that shall please our beloved Baba at all times. To know that real happiness lies in making others happy. To know we must love those whom we cannot love in order to love God. To forgive the others whom we cannot forgive in order to love God. May Baba's Daman always be held tightly with both hands, as Baba says, so as not to slip. Thank you so much to all of you for being there. And it was a wonderful experience. I would love others who were silent today to share as well, because again, do not have inhibitions. The sharing is in Baba's love. There is no right and wrong. There is only the unique you in connection to Baba's love. Okay. So thank you so very much. See you all next Saturday for the East-West Satsang, and then next Sunday for the 5:30 p.m. IST and 8 a.m. EDT for the 7 Realities meditation, Awaken Your Inner Light. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
everyone.
Roshani. Thank you.
Thanks, Roshani. Roshni.
Thank you, Roshni.
Thank you.
Roshni.
Thank you, Roshni.
Thank you. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Baba. Thank you,
Jai
Baba.
Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Jai Meher Baba. Thank you, Baba. For
Jai
everything.
Baba.
Jai Baba.